Hi, I'm Megan. This is my husband Billy. We met on eHarmony. These are our children, Michael and Lydia. And these are my siblings, Jacob and Zoe. We aren't your typical family, but together we have lots of fun. Welcome back. All right, guys, I am Megan. I am a stepmom of 2 and a second wife. And today I wanted to talk about losing motivation. And honestly, I've been kind of tiptoeing about it all throughout the beginning of these videos. So I'm here again to basically say the same thing, that, you know what, I lost motivation. As you can see, I tend to go periods without, I just didn't seem to disappear off of YouTube. I'm actually technically still on YouTube. I'm watching other people's videos, but I've lost my motivation to make videos, or I've lost my inspiration, or I have no idea what to do. And so today I kind of wanted to back up everything, and kind of start from the beginning. So let's start from, I was a 25-year-old woman who did want to get married, did want to settle down, did want to have kids. But I was not leading the life that was gonna cause me to meet somebody. So I did the crazy thing and I joined eHarmony. And there, I was matched with my husband after answering many questions. Which I do believe it does help kind of, bring you to a place that you are, how do I say this? The more questions, the better matches you get. So, my husband, dad of 2, divorced dad of 2, working dad, doing the best he could. And so, with that said, I don't really know if he was kind of leading a life that he was going to meet anybody either. So we were matched October 10th, which is actually my oldest niece's birthday. That's a story for a different day. Anyway, so I felt like that was a great thing. So we kind of went where we would talk and then we would have periods of non-talking. Now, let me explain that. As a dad of 2 kids that have all their sports and stuff, and he's also working, that makes sense. I also am gonna totally say from the beginning, I warned him I could go MIA. Hello, I think y'all know about this with these videos. So I wanted him to know, I will go MIA, and I don't mean anything in disrespect, but it happens. And it did. I was in the middle of a custody battle with a niece and nephew I say in the middle, I feel like I was maybe not as much as my sister and brother-in-law, but at the same time, I was right in there with them, trying to help support them, watching kids, listening, all of that. So I told him, I was like, hey, this is probably the worst time for me to ever get on Match, but they're going through a custody arrangement, wanting more time with the kids. And I said, this is really struggling, and there's a lot of hurt feelings. And I said, hey, I can easily go time without. He was very understanding, and actually it was something that we bonded over, was talking about custody. He had been there, he had been to the courts, he totally understood that. So he was able to enlighten me quite a bit on how things go and what to kind of expect. So it wasn't totally such an overwhelming thing. And so with that said, it was crazy. So let's fast forward to, well, not really that big of a fast forward. December, right before Christmas, we went out on our first date. I totally was I'm not really a huggy person right at first. I don't really know how I'm going to respond. I felt like we knew a lot about each other, because I'm one of those people, I'm not wasting your time, don't waste my time. And so there were a lot of things that I talked about straight from the beginning, because I was I want you to know the truth. I want you to know me. And so there was things that he talked about. But when we got together for that first date, we went to a burger place that I absolutely loved. I felt very comfortable, and before I know it, we were talking about weddings and kids and names and places we'd visited and places we would like to go, and it was it was cool. Like, I felt really relaxed, and I did. I reached in, and really grabbed hold and enjoyed that a lot. Then the whirlwind of meeting the kids, and then we moved in together, and I will say that it has not been an easy road. It has not been an easy road pretty much from the beginning. I can't, so things were okay. Where they were okay, and then we moved in together, and then we felt there was a lot of tension, and part of that I completely understand. It was new, it was different. We thought we were making the best decision. I don't regret the decision, because you grow from each decision you make, but it could have been a little different. Then came the transition when one of the kids stopped wanting to come. I took that. Well, let me back up. When we first moved in, I was really big on wanting to fix things, or what I thought was broken, and wanting to fix it. I wanted us to be a family. I wanted us to do family things. I wanted us to, get them to eat fruits and vegetables. And I really say that probably is where the beginning of the end happened. Then one of the kids stopped wanting to come. That broke my heart. That was absolutely the worst thing. I did not want that to happen. I did not want that to continue to happen. I wanted to fix it. I thought, I'm the problem. And it took a lot. And then there was a point where I had to let go of the relationship, let go of the decisions, let go of what was going to happen, because it was literally eating me alive. And one of the things that I will say is, when depression and anxiety come back from something you can't control, it's not worth it. And so I gave myself a timeline, and I faithfully kept with that timeline, and then I let go. I let go of stuff. I let go of belongings. I tried to let go of emotions. So in one respect, you can consider I nachoed. If you haven't heard of the nacho theory, I encourage you to look it up. You can look up nacho theory. I think it's .org or .com. I don't know. But look up nacho theory, Stepmom. You can look up that and get a lot of great advice on how to nacho when you need to for your own sanity. And so I did. I nachoed. I had to, because it was getting to be too much. Then we moved, and we felt like this was the best decision. I think that my husband and I had kind of gotten stuck in the routine and just weren't happy anymore. And so we moved, and I absolutely loved our move to San Antonio. It was stressful, and it was chaotic, and it wasn't all what we expected, but in the end, I loved it. Then I think more manipulation started to happen. I stopped caring about what the kids ate. I let them eat what they wanted to eat. Then we kind of got to the point where one summer I just had a blast. I had so many things. Well, actually, I'd been doing that for a couple years at that point, where I had planned out our summers and had tons of stuff for us to do. And I loved it. I love planning summers. I love doing summer things. And it was okay. It wasn't perfect. And then last summer, a decision was made that ideally had a major consequence. And if you look back on those videos, you probably see that, we had all of them. And I really was encouraged by that. And I was like, maybe we can have that restart. It was fine. But I think I emotionally disconnected a lot more. And the emotional disconnect kind of came because I felt like my husband was really hurting, and by not having those relationships and the manipulation behind those relationships. And so summer ended, kids went back to school, and I really, the last summer, did not plan near what I had planned in the years before. I just kind of, we did more things that I thought was better for us, more healthy for us. Going on walks, pool, stuff like that. We just did very, very simple, easy things. Just, I completely nachoed my stepkids. And a lot of that had to happen because we moved again. And we moved back to where my husband grew up. And to rebuild more time with the kids. And the kids, of course, being kids, bucked that. And more manipulation came, and I was done. I had to mentally be done. It's not about me. You don't have to like me. My stepkids do not have to like me. I don't. It's at the end of the day, I made my choices. Did I make mistakes along the way? Absolutely. But when you're purposely hurting your dad, that's my husband, and I'm not gonna put up with that. And so, yeah, I nachoed. And I kind of lost my motivation. I really did. I sat here and I said, how can I give advice to people and stuff like that when my life is in shambles right now? Like, I don't have any relationship with my stepkids. My husband sees them when he can. We're both hurting. And then I thought, yeah, you can give advice. You can give advice on the mistakes you made. You can give advice on how your life is, how this didn't go unplanned, how to help other people when their life isn't going according to plan. And so with the mixed emotions and stuff, I decided that I had really lost myself in all of this. And so the decision to come back in a different way was more important than ever before. And the decision to say, hey, this is brutally honest. The teen years suck. The teen years suck. Not the teenager. The teenager doesn't suck. It's their behavior. It's the years. Like, sometimes it's the decisions. Like, oh, that's, what? It sucks. Like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. It sucks. But I'm here to give you the advice that I have. And sometimes you have to emotionally disconnect for a little while before you can, so that you can heal and then come back. So, you know what? This is more time for us to say, I lost my motivation. I felt like depressed. I felt like this is not what I wanted. This is not what I expected. This sucks. And I'm here to say it sucks. But I'm here to say that together we can, like, talk about this stuff. We can talk about the realness. We can be bold and say, like, right now, you know, give me a room full of 3-year-olds on a temper tantrum. It'd be a lot easier than this. But we're here to say, like, hey, I'm back. My advice is going to be a lot different than it has been in the past. But you know what? I'm not fake. I'm not going to be fake. So there'll be videos where they're in them, and there'll be videos where they're not. And there's probably going to be more videos they're not in them than they are in them. So that's basically what I have to say. She chuckled to that. You're welcome. So here we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, link them down below. If you're not comfortable doing that, my email is in the description box for YouTube. And follow me on Instagram. That's where I post random inspirations. I do love my Instagram, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not fake. The last couple of them have been really, really funny, honestly. Anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.